Good morning, I'm Neva Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Friday, 22nd of March. In this update, a thumbs up from the AA on new speed limit guidelines. Cabinet has agreed to a new lane transport rule, reversing most blanket speed limit reductions brought in by Labour. Transport Minister Simeon Brown also wants more 110km/h roads around the country. AA Road Safety spokesperson Dylan Thompson says those roads are designed to be travelled at high speed. The new free trade agreement with the European Union's delighting some sectors and leaving others underwhelmed. It's now been ratified in the House, and from May, 91% of New Zealand products heading there will be tariff-free. Onion's New Zealand Chief Executive James Cooper says it'll save their exporters around $3 million this season.
Essentially, 50% of our onion exports to EU would arrive after May.
Meat Industry Association Chief Executive Surma Karapiva says it only impacts about 2% of our annual beef exports.
We are quite disappointed with the fact that the outcomes of the FTA fall far short from our expectations.
It's being suggested almost half of those who have migraines meet the criteria for severe disability. The survey by Otago University and the Migraine Foundation has found nearly a quarter of respondents have chronic migraine, experiencing headache on 15 or more days a month. Those who completed the survey spoke of living with significant levels of pain which can last for days. Lead researcher Fiona Imlach says there's a lot of stigma around the condition. Auckland's Deputy Mayor says the council may soon be unable to issue building consents in a part of the region because there isn't enough infrastructure to cope with the growth. Desley Simpson says the capacity of growth under current unitary plan zoning is twice the growth that's currently being projected. But she says the region doesn't have the infrastructure needed to support that capacity, and Simpson says a lack of infrastructure could soon hinder the city's growth.
That's what's actually holding us back. I mean, that's getting pretty scary.
The Inter-Islander ferry service is celebrating its best February on record. That's despite recent uncertainty with the service, a mechanical fault on one of the vessels pausing passenger services last week, and contracts for replacement ferries being scrapped. Inter-Islander General Manager Duncan Roy says numbers bounce back to pre-COVID levels in February and says it reflects their excellent reliability. Queen Camilla says her husband is doing very well as she greeted crowds on a visit to Northern Ireland. King Charles has been absent from public duty since January while he undergoes treatment for an unspecified form of cancer. Responding to quips about men not being the best patients, Camilla told the crowd she tries to keep him in order. And in sport, halfback Nathan Cleary has led Penrith to a 34-12 NRL League win over Brisbane, having a hand in 4 tries. Matt Payne has claimed third in race 3 of the Supercars Championship at the Melbourne Super Sprint. Brock Feeney and Will Brown have brought home a Red Bull 1-2 to form the youngest podium in the competition's history. And finally, Moana Pacifica forwards coach Tom Coventry has dismissed World Rugby's investigation into reducing tackle heights to below the sternum as unrealistic because the point of the game is to target the ball. I'm Neva Manu, and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.